Hey guys, it's Charlie. It's September 29th, Tuesday. And all the old terms are back. I mean, I don't know how many times I heard this weekend weapons of mass destruction, terror, terror plot, terror threat. Unfortunately, this time it's being used to describe Americans and domestic terrorism. So obviously with the unbelievable coverage this weekend of, I think it was 6 different domestic groups or domestic terrorists being talked about, it leads me to believe that the next false flag or the next thing to be afraid of is certainly, well, here we go. We have the same rhetoric that was used by the last administration to bleed trillions of dollars off this country and thousands of lives out of this country is being used now, but the apparatus is being turned inside and pointed at the citizens, okay? And obviously it's going to be pointed at the people who disagree with the globalist elite bankers taking over this country. So, I'm sorry to say it, but that's you. So be careful, be vigilant, keep your eyes open, and like I've said in the last couple of videos, if you go out anywhere, bring a camera with you. If you're going to go to any kind of a protest, or even if, I keep one in my car, if I get pulled over, it gets turned on. I mean, that's it. I don't want anybody's word against mine when it comes to the judicial system, as it were. Okay, so obviously, if you watched any television all over the weekend, you didn't get any news on the G20. All you heard about was Ahmadinejad and his enrichment facility, his secret one that, oddly enough, the president knew about when he was president-elect. But the only thing that we got out of the G20 is a real good show of our government and the corporate bankers flexing their military muscle with 2,500 thugs out there, in my opinion, terrorizing the protesters in Philadelphia. And I know some of you sent me messages talking about how, like Thursday night, the guys were anarchists and all that. And that's, I get it. I understand that. There's a couple hundred guys out there breaking windows, destroying property. And, for the most part, these are kids that don't know what they're pissed at. They're just pissed at something, and they're lashing out. They've been around forever. So that isn't what the 2,500 troops are out there for. That isn't why there's microwave guns and sonic cannons out there. That is for the powers that be to show you that if you get out of line, you're going to get smacked down. That's all that's there for. It isn't there for some protest. For a couple hundred anarchists going out there breaking windows, you don't need that kind of force. You can just arrest them, throw them in jail, book them, charge them. No, what happened in Pittsburgh was the elite showing you that you're not one of them. And then there's a barrier between you and them. And they have no problem using it. So that's what we saw in Pittsburgh. A year ago, we had the stock market drop 700 points. And a quick review in the last year, although Bernanke comes out and says that this recession is more than likely behind us, the fact of the matter is the only thing that's better, economically speaking, is the big five. The too big to fail five are now larger than they were last year, and they're more systemic than they were last year. Everything else is worse. Everything. Unemployment last August was 6.1%. Now we're at 9.7%. Last August, we lost 84,000 jobs in this country, and it was a lot. It was concern. It was cause for concern. This year, when we lose 300,000 jobs in August, Bernanke, Geithner are held on a pillar and worshipped as economic gods for leading us out of the wilderness and into the promised land. It's absolutely ridiculous. The employment situation is going to continue to get worse going into this winter. We're coming into a Christmas season that most businesses, most retail businesses, rely on to take them from the red into the black. And it's not coming. Just like it never came last year, except it's going to be worse than last year. So with the string of domestic terror talk or Iran's nuclear ambition talk, and the fact that the economy continues to get worse, yet we're being lied to and told it's getting better, it leads me to believe that only one thing can happen. There needs to be a major diversion to get the country together again, to have a common enemy, be it a domestic or foreign enemy. That event is coming. I don't know what, I don't know when. I would imagine soon. And there's a whole host of things that have been set up. You have swine flu potential, you have Iran potential, you have Afghanistan potential, and now you have domestic terror potential. Hold on. Here it comes. That's all I got.